Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs, and today's tutorial is going to explore a redstone concept that doesn't actually involve any redstone at all, and can be demonstrated using a chest, a hopper, and a daylight sensor. Now we're going to put a chest down there with a hopper leading into it, and as you will probably know, if you place a non-solid block, such as a slab, on top of the hopper, you can actually throw objects in, and it will get picked up by the chest, like so. If you do this with a daylight sensor, however, the results are a little bit different. You'll notice, if I look up right now, it is full daylight outside, and the daylight sensor is sensing that and outputting a redstone signal. As you may know, hoppers log if they have a redstone signal running into them, and that includes from the top as well. So if I try and throw an item into the hopper now through the daylight sensor, it's going to be locked and the item's just going to stay on top. If I invert the daylight sensor, so it's sensing moonlight instead of daylight, and I try and throw an object in, it goes through and it passes into the chest. And this is a concept you can use to create a number of different effects. It is also worth noting that if I now set the time to the middle of the night using time set 18,000 and the moon is directly overhead, you can do the opposite. If you use a moonlight sensor, the same thing will happen as did with the daylight sensor in full daylight. It will block the items from passing through, whereas if you set it to a daylight sensor, if you have it in its normal setting, throw an object in there, it'll end up in the chest. Now, to show you how this concept could be dressed up a little better for your survival world or maybe an adventure map, we're going to create a tribute altar to the sun and to the moon. What you want to do is dig a 2x1 hole here, like that, put a chest with a hopper facing into it and a daylight sensor on top, and seeing as the sun is high enough, we're going to invert this, and this is going to be the tribute altar to the sun. Now, we can surround this with slabs to kind of conceal that the hopper and daylight sensor mechanism is in there, and most importantly, conceal the chest. Then we're going to add the slabs across the back like that, and use yellow wool and yellow stained clay to kind of create a 3x3 square up here, which is going to be a model of the sun. And seeing as the sun in Minecraft is square, that's the model we're going to be using, but obviously if you want to do something a little bit more ornate, that's totally up to you. Now, if you throw an item in here, it's going to be picked up by the hopper because the daylight sensor isn't outputting any kind of redstone signal, and you're going to be able to collect it anytime you want. Obviously, if you're using this in an adventure map, you could hook that up to a redstone comparator, which will detect when there are items in the chest and use it to trigger a redstone mechanism elsewhere, maybe a secret entrance or something like that. Now we're going to do a similar one over here for the moon. Dig a 2x1 hole, place a hopper and a chest in there, leave the daylight sensor on like that, surround it with slabs as before, and to get a nice model of the moon, we're going to be using quartz stairs, a block of quartz, and pillar quartz. So you want to put quartz stairs in this kind of formation like that, so you have a couple of stairs linked together like so, one inverted, one the right way up, and here you're going to put your block of quartz and put the pillar quartz block facing into it like that, and then do the opposites formation of stairs on the top like so, and this will create a really nice kind of crescent moon silhouette. Then all you have to do is wait for midnight or set the time to the middle of the night manually, and you'll be able to throw items in there to be collected by the chest. And you'll notice if we do that over here with the sun altar now, it's not going to pick up any items. Now, one thing you could do with this concept is hook it up to the item filter and dispenser that I showed you in the redstone wishing fountain tutorial, so that when somebody throws an item in there, they would receive another item in return. An alternative to that is what I mentioned earlier. Add in a comparator attached to the chest and have that running into a redstone mechanism that's going to activate a door, so that when enough items fill up the chest, a door opens and they get to access a secret area. The mechanism I've used in this example is really very simple. You've just got a comparator detecting what's in that chest, a single redstone dust running into this block here, attach a redstone torch to the side of this and have it powering this piston, so the piston is always extended. Underneath there you've got a 3 deep pit for this sand to fall into, so as soon as you throw an item into here, if the sun is at the right angle, it will be picked up by that chest, the comparator will activate, it will turn the redstone torch off because this block is now being powered, and the piston will retract, allowing the sand to fall into the pit, and then you can walk through into the secret room. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. My name has been Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. Is a snow golem powered door. Essentially what happens is you press the button there, 2 snow golems appear where the snow blocks were. You can get rid of them in whatever way you want to. One of them will probably wander off because that's what snow golems tend to do, and then you can press a button just inside the door to reset it so that it's